Okay, so it's just a little training tidbit that I found out later in my career. It's not the same. The product might look the same, but it's definitely not the same, okay? So we're going to be doing things with eyes open and then eyes closed, and we're going to use that as a kind of, in today's class, as a kind of an ability to go into ourselves and then outside of ourselves, right? So we want to be able to uh, analyze ourselves, analyze the situation, analyze ourselves, analyze the situation, right? You ever see a friend who maybe had some good fortune of some sort, or possibly won some money or got some good job, and you realize that that thing changed them? Like, it's so clear how it changed them, right? But you know they're the same person, but somehow the money or the job or whatever it is that happened somehow changed them. When we train with our eyes open and closed, when we open our eyes, it somehow changes us a little bit. And we have to accept that a little bit, right? It's no different than if I pick up a gun and I point it, it changes me a little bit than before than I didn't have it. And the same with the knife, and the same with everything that we do. It changes us a tiny bit. And if we can't feel that, that's a big problem. Okay, we have to understand those things. So what I want you to do, what we're gonna do now is, I want you to lie down on your back, okay? Lie down on your back. I'm going to mute everybody just so that you don't have any of the crosstalk. And we'll kind of walk through a series of drills, and I'll do them with you. I'm just going to just lie down on your back comfortably. Like I said, I'm going to mute everybody and we'll go from there. Okay, so what you want to do now is keep your eyes open. So keep your eyes open first, right? And just breathe. Look up at the sky or something and just breathe. And then very slowly, do that for a bit, and then very slowly close your eyes again. So you're just looking straight up at the sky, if it's the ceiling or the sun or whatever it is, and try to look at what changed inside you when your eyes were closed. Obviously, when your eyes are closed, you're looking inside yourself. When your eyes are open, you're looking outside yourself, and detect how what you see changes you. Right? Very important to see. Like, sometimes what we see can change us. What we smell, what we hear, they can change us before that. So just on your own, you know, maybe 5 seconds, eyes open, 5 seconds, eyes closed, and just kind of detect the change from internal to external stimulus. Good, guys. Now, open your eyes. Open your eyes now and just lie down flat. So now, with an inhale, eyes open, sit up. Sit up, body raise. Let your body come up. Let your body come up, guys. That's it. Good. Look around. Look around. Like, grab lots of detail. Like, look around the room and then lie back down. Look around the room. Like, so you do your body raise and try gather as much detail around you. And then the next one, do it with your eyes closed. And again, gather as much detail as you can. So one is an external gathering of detail. The other one, when your eyes are closed, is an internal gathering of detail. So you always, in any given situation, have to be able to analyze what you see and what's happening inside you. But you'd have to do this like in a quick time. But now you have a pause. You do one with your eyes open, you gather information. One, you look inside yourself. So try to analyze, guys. Anytime something happens, whether you see something bad or whether you see something good or something good or bad happens, analyze what you see and then how you feel about it. Go inside yourself. If you want to change it, you can do leg raises the same way. You can do lift the legs with your eyes open, put the legs down, and always look around, and then do it with your eyes closed. And you kind of bounce back and forth. Remember, even if it's a room you're familiar with, look around, really gather all the information, the paint color, the light tone, anything. And then when your eyes are closed, listen to every part of your body, every muscle you have. Ask yourself, what's going on inside? How do you feel? Why you feel? What do you see? Why do you see? Good, guys. Lie flat again. So now I need you to play with these things very clearly, okay? So you need to be able to do a body raise or a leg raise. First, either very slow, very fast, like you have to play with the speed now. So if you have to, sometimes in a situation, things happen very fast and you have to be able to grab information fast. And sometimes you have time. So I need you to play with the speed now. Sometimes just sit up as quick as you can and look around quickly. And then lie back down quickly and look around. And then get up fast with your eyes closed and try to see now when the speed changes, how it affects what you see and what you feel. Okay, the speed can also affect it, right? So in many cases, that's a big deal. And you have to study this, guys. You need to study what happens to you fast and slow and medium too. You have to see that. But if you go fast, go very fast, guys. If you don't kind of fast, go like super fast. You have to see this. That's a good way of studying speed work, is to understand what happens to you internally and externally. Sometimes like a weapon comes out like a knife very quickly, and the speed affected you. Maybe you're okay with the weapon, but the speed you weren't ready for. So you have to be able to understand the effects of speed, eyes open and eyes closed. Nice, John, really good. Remember, look above you, behind you, turn your head as swivel around, you know, look all around, right? Awesome, roll over onto your stomach. Roll over onto your stomach now. First, get comfortable, right? Just get comfortable. Keep your eyes open, and look around from this position. So like you're in on your stomach position, like a prone position on the ground. Look around, right? Sometimes, guys, you change like from standing to kneeling to the ground. The same thing looks different. You know, you have to know this in the rooms that you're in your house. Like if you have to go to the ground quickly, you have to understand like where you are and how to work from this position. So it's totally different, this position. So look around and then close your eyes and just see how you feel about this position. Because maybe the position you don't like as a feeling, other times it's different, right? So open your eyes, look around, and then close your eyes and go inside yourself and see how you feel in this position. Very good. Now, hands beside you in a push-up. Hands beside you in a push-up. Remember, get nice and comfortable. We're not doing, remember, we're not doing push-ups now like for exercise. We're doing it to understand something. So your eyes are open, right? Come up like a regular push-up. Look around. Look, like look around you all the time. Like look behind you and then look around you as you go down, right? Like try to analyze different positions. Go down. And then do the same push-up, but eyes closed, and try to see, go inside yourself and analyze what's happening inside you. So remember, anytime you do something, there's external and then there's an internal component. You know, you have to be able on any situation to go outside and inside. It has to happen quickly. If you get too tired, guys, you can go to your knees. Don't make it a physical exercise. I don't want to physically exhaust you. Just idea. It's just idea for me that you this position from the ground to a push-up. Nice, Chris. Very good. Alberto, really good too. Good. Now sit on your knees. Sit on your knees if you can. If you can sit on your knees. If it bothers you, just sit on your bum. Yeah, very good. And now just stay comfortable, right? And look around the room from this position. So first you are lying down. Now you're on your knees. Sometimes everything looks different. Look around the room from this height. This is the good height for kids. If you have, this is where the height for the kids are. You can see how they see the world, right? You notice from this position. So look around you. And then when you feel you've looked around, close your eyes. Stay in this position. Try to feel how you feel in this position. Some people don't like it. Some people like it. Some people feel uncomfortable. Try to stay in that position and then open your eyes, look around again. Again, internal, external, and you picking information all the time. Imagine you see something in front of you happening, your eyes jump to external what you see, but then it bothers you inside, right? So you have to be able to go in and out all the time. And now we're closing our eyes to go in.
Emmanuel, just a quick question. When we're going in, should we focus more on being still with our body or still maybe like doing the motion like we're looking around but with eyes?
just how you feel, guys. It's not like, don't try to, it's different than the mind training now. Like, just ask yourself how you feel. Like, I give you an example. You know, I'm driving and I see somebody cut somebody off, almost killed them. And then I see it, but then I feel angry because the person was so careless with somebody's life. And it made, so when you're sitting there, when you open, look around you, maybe it's peaceful what you see, right? But when you close your eyes, then that should have an effect on you. Like, don't force the effect, right? Usually our wives are good for that. We feel so good, and then they come out and they find all the problems in the lawn. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. You see, that brings us a different feeling. Very good, guys. Now stand up. Stand up. All right. So again, comfortable, feet shoulder width apart, shoulder width apart. So stay, look around, and slowly as you're looking, start to squat down. So start to squat down, but don't squat down like you want to do exercise. Squat down like, you know, you saw something, you want to hide from somebody. Like, oops, somebody's there, right? And then come back up to see if they've gone away. And then, so again, look around you, like look around, where are the people, right? And come up, and then do the same thing again with your eyes closed. And again, don't go down like an exercise. Try to imagine like you're going down like you want to hide yourself. It's very important, guys, that you study to make movements that don't attract attention. When you make like an exercise movement, it attracts attention. Okay, try to go down like a leaf, very soft, and the movement didn't attract any attention. It's got to be slow and kind of steady. If you make sharp, tense movements, like exercise movements, everyone will see it. Try to imagine just going down slowly, and go and look around when your eyes are open, and then when your eyes are closed, look inside. Try to see the effects of lowering yourself like this, and how it makes you feel and what you see from going down like this. I've seen lots of carpenters do this. When they're looking at a building or some wall or some structure, you see they always change their angles. You know, they want to measure and figure things out. Is this straight? Is it not straight? It's like you know, imagine looking at a building and you're trying to analyze what's wrong with it. Don't go down like an exercise squat. You go like you're looking for something. You know, you're trying to look at angles and hidden things. You're not trying to go down to build strong legs. And when you come up, it's the same thing. You're always looking for something. Nice, John. Really good. Ralph, nice. Don't rush, okay? Just don't rush. Go down really softly, like you don't want to attract any attention. Yeah, your shoulders, Ralph, shoulders. Really relax your shoulders. Don't tense them up when you go down. Awesome. Now, guys, add one small movement, like a step of some sort. So I'll walk you through it. Keep your eyes open, okay? Take a step forward. Take one step forward, not too far, just one step forward, and lower yourself. Lower yourself right to the ground. One step forward and lower yourself down, right to the ground. Lie down completely on the ground. Make one small move, like maybe to your side, and then get back up. So you should fall in maybe a very small space, maybe 1 meter spot, right? Now try it with your eyes closed. So make one step lower yourself, make one move, rise yourself. So again, do it as like you want to look around when your eyes are open, and do it like when your eyes are closed, like you want to feel your body a little bit. Okay, to understand when you fall or when you rise, what changed inside you. Usually we fall from an external stimulus, like we slipped or we didn't see something. But then when we're upset, it's internal. We're mad at ourselves. So try to see, when you go with your eyes closed, try to see why you would be upset with falling. Just one more minute, guys. Just one more minute. Remember, external, then internal. Really get a good feeling for that. You need to work with this stuff with ordinary things first before you add martial art things. Awesome, guys. Come close now for a second. I'm just going to unmute you guys. Okay. Hi, so just talk to me a little bit about how it feels for you. Did you understand what I was trying to get at? It's inevitable in martial art, you will see something that you don't like, or you see something anyway, good, bad, ugly. It can be beautiful things too, you know, like you see a beautiful sunset, you see it first, but then inside comes a feeling, okay? Something comes inside you, right? Like you smack the, and sometimes a good feeling comes inside you, other times a bad feeling comes inside you, like you did something wrong. Like there's sometimes things don't always seem how they are. So you have to be able to, when you see something, analyze what you see and its effects on you. You have to understand its effects on you. When you see something, and then some things in life, we know we wish we never saw them. Some things we're so grateful for seeing them. And other things change us, but we don't know if it's good or bad yet. It's like we have those moments in our life. We're not quite sure, but we know we'll never be the same after we saw that. Like when you, some very profound things, you know, are honest but hard, right? And it changes us a little bit, right? And if we don't pay attention to it, we can never study a weapon. That's the trick part. It doesn't matter what it is, a gun, a knife, a machine gun, a stick, it doesn't matter. You have to understand that the moment you touch a weapon, it changes you a little bit. Okay, and the same with a car. Car is the most dangerous weapon we have. When people pick up a certain car, you see if it's a sports car, see if you're aggressive, it highlights you're aggressive. You'll see you drive crazy, right? If you're calm, so in Systema, we always want to be calm. That's the main thing. We don't want to attract attention. It's not like we're trying to show people. Like if you're a police officer, I understand. You need to show you have a weapon and you need to, that's the way the rules are. But for yourself, you don't need to show this. You know, you need to just, when you know, pick up your weapon, it shouldn't affect you inside. It should be natural for you. You should pick it up as anything, right? And this is where the work is. This is where mastery lies. It's that you're able to pick up a weapon and it didn't change you whatsoever. Okay. It didn't change you physically, but also internally. It didn't change you, right? It really left you the same. So I only can encourage you to maybe do this work on your own a little bit, okay? Just practice. It doesn't take much. Like if you're going to do 10 push-ups today, do 5 with your eyes open, do 5 with your eyes closed. It won't change anything, right? And again, if you have the blindfold, it's better because your eyes can be open underneath this, right? So grab the knife now, okay? So you can lie down on the ground, and just put your knife beside your hand, right? So just leave it close to you. Just leave it close to you. You could actually, in theory, put it on you, like tuck it in your pocket, but it doesn't really matter, right? Just leave the knife close to you, I guess, is good enough. And your eyes are open, right? Everything is open now. So now, rise your arm up. Just rise your good hand up, just with nothing. Just rise it up, like like you want to stop the sun in front of your face, right? And then put it down. Remember, we don't do anything fast and with tension. Look at the way you rise your hand. Think of rising your hand in such a way just to block the sun in front of your face. No, you didn't do it like you want to have something, but look at how calm your arm is. Now, pick up the knife and do the same motion and see if anything changed inside you. See, when you rise the knife up in front of you, did anything change? And you can do it, you can, rise it with your good hand, your other hand. You can rise it in any which way you like, right? And once in a while, put it on the ground and just raise your hand up with nothing in it. And try to find, guys, this is a very subtle difference. When you pick up a weapon, it changes something inside you. Now, if you had a partner, you could have somebody do this in front of you. So somebody can push their hand up and then put a knife and you can see what happens in you when it's in front of you. But now we're going to work with ourselves. So when I grab my knife, it should not, I have to understand how it changed me a little bit. Okay? I have to know how it changed me.
Manny.
Yes, John.
Manny, was the exercise like some time ago? I'd say it's probably a half dozen years ago, or when we were up at Barrie and there's 3 guys walking together and one person had the knife, the other 2 didn't, but there was something about the person that had the knife that you could feel. And our test was to see who had the knife by the feeling that you had. Is it something to that extent?
It's on that same side. Yeah, it's on that same genre. Like it's similar ideas, right? Like when somebody carries, so first I have to, if I can detect what changed inside me, I can see it in another person. You know what I mean? Like I know when you've gone through something, you can see when somebody else goes through it, right? Make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. Now sit up. So sit on your bum, right? From this position, right? You can put the knife on you. You can put the knife beside you. You can put it on your lap. I don't care. So just sit in this position, right? Look around with nothing, right? Look around, just look around you, right? And now find something that catches your attention. I don't know what it is. It could be a picture, a wall, a plant. Look at it intensely and pull out your knife. Hold it there. Try to find what changed. And then put the knife back on you or down. Look around again. And when you're looking around, something will grab your attention. Stop. As soon as you look at it, pull out your knife smoothly. Because that's usually how it is. Something will grab your attention and you'll pull the knife. But you have to do it in a calm way, because usually you see something quite scary maybe and you pull a weapon. So you have to pull it calmly. So look around, it can be anything, a pair of shoes, painting, a glass of water, a window. Just look at it intensely and draw your weapon and just hold it comfortably and then put it back down. So as easily as you draw it, you can put it down. Remember, slow, guys, very important. This is, you know, you're really paying attention. The external part is what your eyes see. The internal part is you drawing that weapon, okay? You practice with your eyes open and closed, but now you have to leave them open, but be able to go inside. Okay, you can't close your eyes in a real situation. Your eyes have to be open, but you have to be able to go inside yourself. That's it, Ralph. Very good, guys. Sit up on your knees if you can. If you can't, you can just sit on your bum, but try to sit more on your knees. Guys, unless you have damaged knees and stuff, it's a really good position to sit in. It's good for your knees if it's, unless they're, you know, have some damages, right? So from this position, look around, look around, look around. And again, your eyes will naturally find something that interests you. Stop, look at it, draw your weapon. It should be smooth, and pay attention to what changed. Because seated and then kneeling is a different feeling. They're a little bit different. One's a little bit higher than the other. Now remember, left and right hands, you have different hands. And just look at something and then draw your weapon smoothly towards it. And then put it back down. Remember, no sharp movements. We don't want to be targets, okay? You become a target when you're tense. When you stay relaxed, nobody will even notice you. Even when you draw a weapon, they won't notice you. Usually people scared what they see, and then they bring that fear into the weapon, and then everybody sees it. Okay, we're not here to show people our weapons. That's different work. Very good. Stand up. Stand up. From standing. Stand up. Yeah. So again, put the weapon on you, so in your pocket or under your shirt or whatever it is. Yeah, whatever it is, right? So again, see how you feel, right? Just see how you feel having a weapon on you. It might not feel that big a difference right now, right? Just nice and easy. Look around the room, look around, turn your head, turn your body, look a little bit, you know, but very little movement. You're not walking at all. Just like mostly back and head turns. And you see something, slowly draw your weapon calmly out. Guys, watch me for a second, just quickly for a sec. Watch me, just come to the computer for a second. I won't unmute you. So when you pull your weapon out, try to keep it kind of in the frame of your body. Don't stick it outside the frame of your body, okay? Remember, we're not trying to show people what we have. We're not trying to say, look, I have a knife. It's different. You're simply pulling your weapon and keep it within the frame of your body, okay? So if I pull out the knife, you know, it's like I'm not hiding it, but I have it hidden in the silhouette of my body. It's not like I have it out here, like way outside of my body. So stand, look around, see something, and then draw your weapon, but keep it close to you guys. You don't want people to either take your weapon or even see your weapon, okay? I remember, this is completely Systema training, completely how Michael and Vlad have shown me this stuff. You never show people your weapon. This is clearly for your own personal. You pull it and you just have it close to you. You try to relax as much as you can. If you pull out the weapon and you have it and you feel some tension, please take a couple of steps, small steps, just to change your position and relax you. Put it back, look around. Remember, you're just studying how to look external and then internal, draw the knife. External, observe the danger. Internal, grab your knife because they scared you. The only reason a person takes the weapon is because somebody scared them. They never, nobody pulls the weapon if they're not scared. So you saw something that scared you and you drew your weapon. That's it. You didn't stab anybody. You just prepare yourself. Guys, watch me for a second. Just watch me for a second. So you can see where my knife is, right? You can see where, I'm just putting it here where it's quite visible, okay? When I see something, so watch, because usually you have, when you're hiding something, like, something like this, right? I'm just so you can see it, right? When you try to see the tension that comes to me by grabbing it, right? What I usually do is I bend at the hips and then I pull it out. It's not a big bend. I'll try to kind of show you a side. It's like I keep my movements inside my space. It's not like I make, a big flashy movement. I have my knife on me and I look, I see something, let's say I see something over here, and I just bend a little bit, and by the time it comes out. So it's very subtle moves, right? It's a little bit of a bend. You can see it, like a little bit of a bend in my hip, and the weapon comes out, okay? So try to study how to bend the body a little bit so you can more easily pull the weapon out. So you're not showing your shoulders too much. You don't want to show the shoulders. People can see you're doing something. Yeah, that arm, guys, the shoulder and the elbow need to be very relaxed. Take a step, bend like maybe 3 inches at the waist, pull the weapon out. Nice and smooth. You might need to take a step. It might help relax you, but you want to keep the draw and the knife within the frame and the box of your body. You don't want to go outside it. Because this way you will never attract any attention to yourself. It's not a big movement. So people won't notice what you're doing. Looks really good, guys. Keep going, keep going. Sometimes close your eyes. Try it with your eyes closed. Try it with your eyes open. Play with it a little bit. Put it in the pocket. Put it under your shirt. Awesome, guys. Watch me again. So now we get the other arm involved, okay? Because the other arm that you're not using, sometimes it gets tense. Like it starts to, you pull the knife, but this arm has tension because it doesn't have anything to do. So what I want you to do now is make a step. Like imagine somebody's trying to grab your knife and this hand kind of pushes it away while this one removes the knife. So it's like you studying how to cover. If somebody's trying to grab your weapon, how to kind of cover and draw. So it's not two separate movements, it's one movement. So if somebody tries to take my knife from this side, this hand can move it, this hand can pull it. So you're studying how to do two things at once. The other way you can look at it is like this. I have my knife covered. So one hand lifts, one hand pulls, right? Like if I have a jacket, right? One opens, one pulls the knife. So you have to work with both hands now. So we don't have jackets, that's fine. Either you hide the knife with your shirt over, so one lifts the shirt, the other draws the weapon, or you imagine pushing a hand away from you and pulling the knife out. So you study how to protect your weapon if somebody's trying to take it without freaking out. Just simply deflect it, guys. Simply move the body, especially the hips. So work with the hips, guys. Hips, mostly hips. Study how to move your hips. That's where the weapon is. And then hand pushes the other hand away and pulls the weapon smoothly. Remember, guys, any time you hold the knife in a stiff position, you're visible. Don't do it, Ralph. Be careful that position. It causes. I can even see it from here on the TV screen. It can see the attention. You don't want to study how to attract attention. You want to study how to hide your weapon. This is totally different perspective. I know there's lots of ways of working with the knife, but this purely Systema way. Don't attract attention. Yeah, study this a lot, guys. Study how to work with both hands. You don't have to use the knife with both hands, but the other hand has to know what it needs to do. Lift a shirt, block a hand, or deflect a hand, or the hip has to move so it changes the position of where the blade is so the person can't grab it. Awesome, guys. Okay, watch me again. So now the knife is on you and you have to make some sort of movement, like a kick, you pull the knife. So watch again, watch me closely. I kick somebody, right? As I come back, my hip opens and I can take the knife. I didn't just kick somebody and then try to grab my knife. I use the movements. So I kick, and when my hip comes back, I pull the knife, okay? Or I could do like the punch, right? I punch and then I pull my knife. Don't make it punch, grab your knife. It's one movement. I make a punch, I come back, I grab my knife. Watch again, guys. You can just watch this one. This one is a good one. It's like a hook. It comes around, it comes back to your body, and you pull the knife out. So now study punches and kicks, and how to remove the knife after you punch and kick somebody away. Okay? Try to make it smooth, guys. Take advantage of the back part to take the knife back. Okay, try it. I'll watch you a little bit to help you out. Unless you want to watch me do a few more. Do you want to watch me do a few more? Work, guys. I can help you this way. Just make sure the camera's pointed good towards you guys so I can see. So Chris, put the knife where you had it before. Put the knife where you had it before. And the other side, that's it. Now, you're going to kick with the leg that's with the knife. So kick with that leg, kick. On the way back, bend at the hips and pull it out. So you kick on the way back, there it is. That's it. That's where it's smooth, okay? Jay, I can't see the bottom part. I don't know if you can lower it a little bit. Is it possible? That's it, Jay. That's it. So if you're kicking, when the leg comes back, that's when the hip opens. And when it opens is when it's easiest to take the knife out. That's it, Alberto. Don't rush, guys. Don't rush. You don't have to, they're not real kicks. Just make a movement. You make a forward movement, and then on the way back, you remove your weapon. That's it, Ralph. That's it. And I know you have a bad back, but try to relax the back. Don't make movements that agitate it. Yeah, John, if you're going to bury it deep in the pocket, that's going to be a hard one to take out. That's it, Alberto. That's it. Awesome, guys. Come close just so I can show you. So another way of doing this, I mean, there's countless ways, right? This just some ways that I do it. But if you want a little bit more, I guess, I won't say realistic, but a little bit more of a real application, you use a wall. So I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to turn it so you can see the wall here at the club, okay? So I put the knife on me, right? So I get close to the wall and I push myself and I pull the knife. So you can do the same thing with a kick where you push yourself and you pull the knife. It's kind of hard to see in the screen, but I hold the knife, I push myself and I pull the knife. So you can use a wall to your advantage too. It's to help you feel the push better. So, you know, you punch somebody and then you pull the knife. So the trick here is that you have a movement, a forward movement, and then a back movement. And the back movement is what's going to take the weapon, okay? So if you have a wall there, try it with a wall if you can a couple of times. Remember, guys, please don't go fast. You will become fast, but don't worry about it. It'll start slow. Push, and at the same time, that you have to pull the weapon out exactly at the same time. So go slow and pull slow, and try to see how you get used to pulling it nicely. Chris, I love those things, man. I can't find them anymore around here. Things are hard to find, those wacky things. I used to have one in my garage years ago.
My wife likes it better than the Makiwara I used to have over here from my karate days. I hated hitting that thing. This is so much more useful.
I know. And I like it. It's hard too. Yeah, Alberto, that thing works really good too. Yeah, that thing works really good. Guys, the only thing I observed, just when you push yourself, you're okay. But when you're pulling the knife, there's some tension. Really slow down on that. You want to pull. Remember, you see something that scares you, but you need to draw your weapon smoothly. Nobody should see this. No, it shouldn't excite you at all. It shouldn't make you tense. Awesome, guys. Come around. I'll just unmute y'all right now. Not too bad, guys. Not too bad. Like I from what I see, it's really good. How do you feel? How do you feel, guys? Okay. Did you understand you understand the beginning part? How I wanted you to be able to see something very ordinary and then understand inside, outside, right? Because a weapon will change you a little bit. It will change you, right? There is a mood. There's an atmosphere, right? There's a mood and there's an atmosphere. Let's think of it. In our society now, look at the atmosphere change, right? We're covering our faces up. It changes everything. You know, tomorrow when we go back to whatever activity, we understand that it's changed. The restaurant it's not the same anymore. The atmosphere has changed. The food is still there. The restaurants are still going to be there. The things are going to be there. But there's a word like an atmosphere that's changed. It's a different atmosphere. When there's a fight, it's an atmosphere change. You understand that it's a change in atmosphere. People can be happy and violent, but now they're mad and violent, and it's an atmosphere change. There's a tension came to the room. When you pick up a weapon, it's such a subtle change inside you, and you have to know that what happened in that, right? And for me, I got real good at sensing the atmosphere change when I'm teaching in a room. You can see the atmosphere change from pleasant to violent or violent to pleasant. You can see how that changes depending on movement patterns, right? Aggressive movement patterns. So a weapon is one of those things, much like a sports car. It will heighten. If you're angry, it makes you more angry. If you're, you know, it's a real sharp spice. So I hope you guys understood kind of where I was going with this, right? Your practice will be this, because doing a class is one thing, but practicing is going to be. So tomorrow, when you're having some food, nobody will even notice. Take a bite of food or a sip of your drink without looking, and say to yourself, you know, have you ever seen there was a restaurant here used to serve food only in the dark. You didn't see what you ate, so. Yeah, it was completely blocked. That was their thing. You went in, you got food, but you couldn't see it. And everybody talked about the experience of not seeing your food, right? You by smell or by touch. People were touching and stuff like that. So would it hurt you to, you know, close your eyes or close your eyes when you're taking a sip of your drink? And what changed when you saw it? Right? Usually foods that people can't imagine eating are actually not as bad as you thought. Like some people will gross out when they're eating different organs or something, right? But if you close your eyes, you probably wouldn't realize what you're eating anyway. It probably tastes better than you think, right? Or than it looks, right? It changes how it looks. So I really want you to see that. And the same thing, I do it in my car once in a while. I'll sit there, and when I'm stopped at a light, I close my eyes for a second. And just 5 seconds, then I open them and see how I feel the car. I can hear the car. I sense a little bit more of the vehicle. But when I'm driving, I'm looking out. I see and hear everything else. So in a fight or in a tense situation, this happens quick. It's like I see something and for me, I don't know for you guys, what I see, if I can't live with it, I'm going to do something. Like if I see something that I know I will not be able to sleep the next day if I don't do something right now, that's how I use my gauge. You know, I've had that a few times. It's like, why did you go into that? I said, because at night, I wouldn't be able to sleep because I didn't do anything right now. So it affected me inside what I saw. What I saw changed me and I have to do something. I didn't do something because of what I saw. I did something because of what I felt. Does that make sense? I felt something. Guys, for those, I know John's a personal trainer. People will struggle with they want to come to you to lose weight or get healthy. But the biggest problem is they can't control what they put inside their damn mouth because they see something and they're not hungry, but they see it and they want to eat it, but you're not hungry. It's just there and you're eating it. That's the problem. Most people suffer from that. They can't control, they don't realize you're not hungry, you're bored. That's why you're putting it in your mouth, right? That's all it is. So when you build this awareness, you're saying, I'm not really hungry. I'm not hungry, right? If you're absorbed with what you're doing, you don't even get hungry. Have you guys ever had that? You're doing something like you love to do, and I've gone fishing with my friend. I didn't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. The fishing was so amazing. We had so much fun talking, and time just flew by. I didn't want to stop to eat. I wasn't hungry, right? So understand that there is an internal and an external component, but we're driven by inside, not outside. We didn't jump by what we see. Because somebody pulled the knife out doesn't mean I have to do the same thing. I know what I feel inside, right? So please pay attention to it a little bit more. And you have to start with very ordinary things: brushing your teeth, doing the dishes, walking at night. Close your eyes, open your eyes. Close your eyes, open. See how you feel. And what Chris was saying is, don't try to make it bigger than it is. Just see how you feel. Just see how you feel. That's good enough. Okay? That's good enough. And that instinct will become better. Okay? Thank you, guys. I can't say thank you enough. It was great, great group, real dedicated group, man. I'm really happy I came tonight. Thank you, guys. I'll see some of you. Otherwise, have a great weekend.
Thank you, Manuel. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Emmanuel.
Have a good one. Bye, guys.